SETV Episode 3 starts now.
What do you got there?
Box got your name on it.
I didn't order anything from Kubota. Holy. It's moving.
No way.
Is this a joke?
Dan just said, this box goes to Mike.
I don't have scissors, I have keys. Oh. Dude, you can't ship live animals.
What do you mean?
There's a freaking...
What in the world?
Poor thing. Where did it come from? Groveport, Ohio? Jeepers. Not even any holes in the box. It's still alive. Looks like we got a new cat. Oh.
No way.
All the way from Ohio. Looks like it came from Kubota. Must be a new mascot of some sorts. They usually send promotional materials, but they never have sent a live animal before. I don't see any instructions whatsoever. I know exactly who can take care of this cat. Hey, ladies. Got you a new pet.
Where'd he come from?
Kubota. Here, kitty, meet your new mom. Tell us about your first office cat.
We had a cat about 10 years ago. His name was Sam. He was a great cat, slept on our desks. We have not had a cat since Sam. And I've always wanted to have a cat in our office again.
At first we thought Boda was a girl, so we had named him Gracie. Then we took him to the vet and found out he's a boy, so we named him Boda, like a Kubota tractor.
Not only does he have a first name, but his middle name is Claas.
One of the accessories we bought for the cat was a feather on a stick that he loves to play with.
If anybody cares, Bonnie calls.
Do I need to get the phone?
And we bought him a big old cat tree to climb on,
And we bought him a green collar with a bell.
so he doesn't get stepped on.
Yep.
And we got him a little bed that he likes to sleep in.
He sleeps in our office right now, but we will soon be moving to our new office where he'll have much more room to play.
The biggest challenge is whether or not we're going to be able to keep this cat.
So, did you want to keep the cat?
No, I thought we were all done with that after the last one. The girls all came into my office together, which made it really hard to say no. They're all standing here with eyes batting and big smiles. And I'm just going, you got to be kidding me. We're going to have another cat. How would you say no? I had no way to say no. My name is Dwayne Skolton, Skolton's Equipment, and talking to you about one of my first chopper customers over 20 years ago. Called me about buying his first self-propelled chopper. At that time, we weren't even a Claas dealer yet. I sold him a John Deere 6710 used. We went through it, guaranteed it. Almost 600 miles away. I've since done many demos to them. After he had his John Deere harvester, and we shortly after became a Claas dealer in 2004, he called me one day, somewhat frustrated, and he said, Dwayne, if I ordered a length of cut gearbox for a Claas chopper, could you get me one? Now that's kind of an odd question from a guy that doesn't own a Claas chopper. And I called Claas, and Claas had one at the warehouse. I called Ari back and I said, we can have one there tomorrow morning. They'll air freight it to you. So can I ask why you wanted to know? Well, he said, Dwayne, send me a chopper. He said, when can you have it here? I said, we can have it there in the morning. And we delivered him a brand new Claas 870. And then he told me the rest of the story. He couldn't get a gearbox for his John Deere harvester. He had a couple hundred acres of alfalfa down, and he was very frustrated. And the next morning we had a Claas chopper there. And since he's gotten big. He's milking probably 5 times the cows he used to milk, and now he runs 3 Claas harvesters. And he called the other day looking for another Claas chopper. I priced him a new one, and that was a little bit expensive. And he said, well, what do you got for a low hour used one, and I sourced him 960, a 497 late model 2015, and then we are now in the process of getting that ready for him, and we will warranty it like a new one. And that's what we've been doing since the day we started Skolton's Equipment. Everything we sell, we warranty with a drivetrain warranty. And he had good luck with his first John Deere chopper that we sold him, and we've sold him used and new Claas choppers since. And we're going to give you a little walk around of what we do to the chopper to get it ready.
Hi, I'm Troy Stapps, Claas technician at Skolton's Equipment in Lynden, Washington. Today we're doing a reconditioning on a 497 960 Claas chopper. You can come in here and take a close look at me. I'm going to check the in play on this bearing with the dial indicator. So we got about 10 thousandths of play there, so we definitely need to replace that bearing. Over here I'm going to show you how to check the wear on this smooth roll. So we're going to put a straight edge on there. If you bring the camera up close, you can definitely see the wear in here. See how it's not smooth anymore? We'll come around the other side here where I put the new feed roll in already. This is a new feed roll, it's all green yet. And this is a new feed roll scraper, which also needs to be replaced anytime you replace a smooth roll. That way it scrapes true. It's got to be tight enough to scrape the paint off, so that way the feed doesn't roll up in there. And this is the upper rear feed roll. I redid the bearings in this already. We did the shear bar on this one. New cutter head bearings back here. We replaced both sides, and that's about where I'm at for today. So you should look forward to seeing this machine in the field next spring.
So at Skolton's Equipment, we have a large lot. We have a lot of space, we have a lot of parts on the ground, waiting for that what if day, if it might happen, where we might need something that's in this row of stuff. We're here today on Backlot Archaeology. I'm gonna pick one of these items and actually tell you what it's for. Come on. I think there's some interesting stuff back here. Holy. Now folks, that is a slab of metal. Now I might need Willie's help to try to lift it. This might just become a segment where I just try to lift heavy things with my back, because I am not a body lifter. I get bit by mice or snakes. Holy, it's there. We ain't gonna lift it either. Maybe if I have some leverage. Now kids, what leverage does is provide you more strength to move things. So if you want to lift something, you can if you get more leverage. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's heavy. Believe it or not, it is actually sitting on a pallet that has almost been reclaimed to ground. Oh yeah, that wood is almost just as good as dirt. Yeah, it's pretty broken up old wood. Holy Toledo. There's a bunch of slabs of metal here. If steel prices were up, we just hit the jackpot, but unfortunately they're not that high. If you're looking for a good slab of metal for any particular reason, want a counterweight or something, this stuff's waiting for you to take it home. Well, this might look like a big piece of green metal to you, but it reminds me of an era. Actually, some people still use this today, but it is a big box that mounts on the front of a tractor. When you're in the field and you see something you want to pick up, like you don't want it to disc up or mow up, it's just a random, say, piece of metal. You can get off your tractor, throw it in here, or say it's a rock, throw it in this box, acts as counterweight on the front, very little probably. And then at the end of the day, you can come up to wherever you want to dump all this junk and dump the bottom out of it, right there. And the bottom of the floor of the box dumps. Get rid of all the rocks or whatever you picked up throughout the day out in the field. Kind of like a little loader or something. Some people now use loaders and leave their loaders on their tractors in the field just because they want to pick up junk as they see it. This is another option. It hasn't been here that long. If you can see inside, it's got a good collection of new topsoil forming. You could probably raise a new crop of hemp, mushrooms, I don't know. It's back here and it's ready for you to take it home. Hey, we got another one. Hey, and look, this one's sold. Randy Burris. It's Burrat, it's called. So if you're Randy Burris and you're watching this show, you might have bought this at some time and never picked it up.
Hi, I'm Troy with Skolton's Equipment. We're going to be changing filler bars on this 497 series Claas 960 today. First we're going to start off by checking all the bolts for magnetism. So we got all our bag of bolts here from Claas, all stainless steel. We're going to run them all past a compass to make sure that they don't have any pull to them. Because if they do, they'll trip the magnet. Also want to check the nuts. And the nuts and the bolts are all good. We'll install one of these. Already got one setting up here. So first you want to put the bolts down because the rolls are turning inwards. So you don't want the bolts sticking the other way. They're going to catch the feed and wrap up. Stick all your bolts in first. Start all the nuts. All right, then we want to grab I use a inch drive torque wrench. You want to torque all these to 24 Newton meters. This one just does inch pounds, so you convert that. Comes over to 212 inch pounds. So I always start on one on each end. Pull your filler bar out. You see how that rocks back and forth? You want to pull it out all the way. It's so funny, Preston. Go to this end. Torque that one down. Don't want to go too fast because you'll heat up the bolt and magnetize it, which is why you don't use an impact gun. All right, I'll just magnetize this bolt with the impact gun. If I run it with an impact gun, it was a good bolt. See how that's magnetized? That'll trip the magnet. And I just go from right to left, all the way down. And once you got them all torqued down, grab your paint pen and mark each one of them because you know you torqued all of these. Keep the same pattern all the time. Grab the next one and keep on going. On the main drive belt right here, we replaced all the bearings in the idler pulleys so it runs nice and smooth. We got all these idler pulleys in here. So we did the bearings in this and the bearings in these. Another good tip when you're doing your winter services on these is take a blowgun and blow out the backside of these pulleys because they get packed full of dirt and it throws them out of balance. When you clean them out, they'll run a lot smoother. We changed all the gearbox oils, changed the coolant, changed the engine oil. We did a valve adjustment on it the other day on the engine. We changed the oil in the fan gearbox. We swapped this one from 4-wheel drive to a 2-wheel drive machine. We actually had to pull the wheels off, pull the center pin out of the axle, and disconnect all the grease lines and hydraulic lines. Actually take the whole axle out and get a 2-wheel drive assembly and put it back in here. So now it's a 2-wheel drive chopper. Up here we replaced the accelerator bearings on both sides. We check all the liners in the spout and in the accelerator discharge. We actually took the processor kit out of this one because the customer that bought this is only going to be chopping grass with it. And this 960 will be the first chopper we sell, first reconditioned chopper we sell with the uptime guarantee. Real close, you can see that moves the magnet when you go past it. Well, it was, son of a gun.
So it's December 1st, and tradition in Lynden, Washington is to do the Lighted Christmas Parade on the first Saturday of December. Well, here it is. And as a tradition, we participate every year, at least we try to. And tonight's no different. And we got 2 RTVs, Kubota M7 171, and a trailer full of kids with candy to pass out and for all to enjoy. And 'tis the season for Christmas cheer.
We have a whole bunch of Skolton's equipment, enthusiasts and employees and families, young and old alike. Skolton's Equipment Incorporated, home of the trailer packages, ladies and gentlemen. They'll sell you a trailer. That's Mike Skolton. Him and his dad, Dwayne, own Skolton Equipment. Like I said, great bunch of guys to deal with, and they are always willing to help out whenever the city needs help. So we appreciate it. Go support them over at Skolton Equipment.